Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, an emerging nation. We've been around about, 4.75 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We're now expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency. That will benefit all our citizens, and anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, there's no obligation. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person. That's all there is to it. You can then participate in anything you choose, but there's no obligation, as I said. Okay. We are also a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't pigeonhole people based on where they come from, what they look like, what their beliefs are, how much money they've got or not got, what gender they are, or anything else. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all therefore having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. And before we have the affirmation, we'll have a little prayer to help us find true happiness in life. And that's what everybody seeks. Everybody wants to be happy. And I'm not talking about the short-term pleasure you get from moving into your new home or paying off your credit cards or going to a party or whatever it may be. I'm talking about an everlasting inner joy. And it's something that if you don't achieve it, you're always searching for it and you don't know what it is. A lot of people know there's something missing in their life, but they're not sure what it is, and so they don't know how to get it, and they can't buy it. A lot of people that have made a lot of money and they're still searching for something, they don't know what or how. And the way you get it is through loving service to other people. And the more service you offer to the more people, the more you'll find that everything that you want and need in life will flow to you. You no longer have to chase after things, trying to make ends meet and trying to fit things into your schedule. It'll all start working for you beautifully. So all you've got to concentrate on is helping more people in more ways, putting as much value as you can into your service. And you'll find that your life will not only be happy, but it'll be filled with everything that you want and need, whether it's relationships or money or housing, travel, whatever it may be, it'll all happen for you. So that's what our little prayer is about. And we'll have that in a moment, followed by the affirmation. And before we do that, let me welcome you, whether you're a visitor, whether you're a citizen, somebody just passing by that wonders what's going on, a guest that's been invited, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording, because all these little talks are recorded and available in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So let's see who we've got in now. It's lovely when we have live people because they can pop in that they're here and where they're from. And it lets people know that we've got people all over the world participating in our community, sharing love and abundance. So we've got Peter in from the Cameroon. We've got Lewis in from Lisbon in Portugal. We've got Ali in from Pakistan, Mary from Chicago, USA, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. I always say Joe Torres, and he told me off because he says I'm not a Joe, but I can't remember what he told me I should be calling him, but he's a J, okay, a J from California in the USA. Okay, I've got misted up glasses, so I can see if I come back far enough. Okay, right. So let's get started now with that little short prayer affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date and answer any of these questions that we may have here. I can see that there's a little bit more than just a name and a location in some of them. So we'll answer any questions that crop up. That's another advantage of being on the live. You can ask a question and we'll do our best to answer it for you. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they may attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. Jai Guru. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, let's have a look at these questions, if I can see them. From Ali, what have we got? I love to buy ETB membership from Weezer. Yes, now I hope I will get close to my account withdrawal. I went into account withdrawals in quite depth yesterday. I did intend today to create a page all about it, but unfortunately I didn't get around to it. There were things cropped up that I had to attend to, and it's top of the list tomorrow. But basically, the Easy Team Builder, as we launch it, will help you build a team and help you earn money through building a team and helping that team. And any earned income goes automatically into your available cash wallet, no matter what plan it's from. If you want to withdraw funds from your ShareHope Trust Fund, those are automated withdrawals, and you can take personal action in creating your own liquidity pool through the ShareHope Powerline plan, which you'll also generate income from. But as you progress in that plan, you will have automated withdrawals from your ShareHope Trust Fund wallet. And that really is the only certain way of making withdrawals from that fund. We also have random withdrawals, and we select people every week for random withdrawals from the ShareHope wallet based on the amount of liquidity we have available on a community-wide level. You know, if we've got $1,000, it would be really pointless sharing it amongst 50,000 members, or even the active members, which is about 3,000. And, you know, it'd be a few cents each. So what we decided we would do was to do random withdrawals where people can get anything from $25 up to a couple of $100 from those. And Easy Team Builder members will also have a monthly option for $1,000. I hope that's addressed your concern or question. It wasn't really put in as a question, but that I hope has answered your thoughts or whatever. Let's have a look at Jay. Jay in California. How are we looking with TCC getting closer to start receiving some funds? TCC is also on my list, and there will be an email going out to all TCC members tomorrow, and bringing you up to date. I'm not going to go through it here because it only affects 20 people. And here we are looking at the broad scope of what is available for everyone. But you will get an email tomorrow on it, Jay, and hopefully that'll bring you totally up to date with where we are with that. Let's see, we've got Richard in from Devon in England. We've got Derek in from Wado City in Nigeria. We've got Norman in from Doncaster in England. Leon in from California in the United States. And we've got Bazina just popped up from Edinburgh in Scotland. On withdrawals, I also said yesterday, and I was hoping to get some done today, but once again, as I said, there were a few things cropped up which just took my time, and I wasn't able to deal with a lot of the things that I'd planned. But hopefully tomorrow we will start processing withdrawals for people that bought nest eggs. Now that doesn't affect everybody either, but it does affect an awful lot of our long-standing members and probably most of our active elite members. And so that is worth mentioning here and covering here, and it will be done purely on a chronological basis. So what that means is the people that were earliest to buy nest eggs will have returned the amount of money they spent out of their pocket for those nest eggs. They'll retain the bonuses, if you like, in their ShareHub Trust Fund, but they will be able to withdraw the amount that they are out of pocket on that. And we'll do as many as we can, but it'll take some time. I'm not sure how long, and it'll depend a little bit on our liquidity and how well we do with other things. And the liquidity is helped enormously by the activity of the members. The more members we have that are active and doing something and referring others and getting others into different programs, the more liquidity we have, and so the more we can help the older members. But if the members that have been in for a long time just sit back and say, like was mentioned yesterday, I think it was yesterday by somebody, saying that some people won't be happy with things, you know, they have the ability to change things by being active and helping others. And if they don't and they're unhappy, well, we can't really do much about it. You know, we have doors of opportunity which we create, and we throw the doors wide open, but we can't push you through. It's up to you to decide to walk through those doors. And if you don't, okay, we're not offended, but you have to have more and more patience as other people walk through the doors, because they primarily help themselves by helping others, and eventually the effort that they put in creates a small amount for the community, which gets passed on to the people that are doing nothing. It's not a case of communism where we take away from the wealthy and give it to the poor. We have the system built where everybody benefits from the activity of the active people. The more people that are active, the more benefits get shared out amongst everyone. Obviously, the active people deserve more and get more. Okay. I don't know how I got onto that, but anyway, there you go. Who else have we got in? We've got a few more people in, I think. We had, oh no. We've got something in from Leon here. Jay, Jay, he's just chatting with Jay. Okay. I got some numbers for you. I keep taking these off because they're dirty and they need cleaning, but I need to put them on again because I won't be able to see this. It's all very tiny writing for the naked eye, or my naked eye anyway. So numbers, we have an increase of 69 in our 777 members to 29,297. We have an increase of just 7 in our registered members. That's down on yesterday, but it's up on the day before. But it's still extremely low. When we have 50,702 members in total, and we have 7 new members in a day, well, you can work it out, you know. There aren't many people doing very much. And that is why it takes a long time for us to build community liquidity for the benefit of everybody. We got, you know, let's suppose 7 people introduce 1 each. That means there's 50,695 people sitting down waiting for handouts, basically. We got 50,695 people that are sat there with their cap waiting for somebody to throw something into it, and 7 people that are saying, okay, I'm going to get out and take my life in my own hands. I'm going to be responsible for where I am and for getting what I want to be, do, and have. Okay. So we also had 7 new active members, which will be those 7 new members, of course, and that takes the number up to 2,824. We had 2 new pro members in the ShareHope plan, going up to 516. And in Multiply Weezer, no change in the membership base, but logging in, we did get a revenue share of around about 80 cents, a little bit less, which took us up to the next dollar level of $10,609.48 in the bonus pool. Okay. And we've got another Ali in. Is that not the same Ali, is it? Let me scroll back up. Ali Raza Ali. Yeah, no, it's the same Ali. Okay, but he is just greeting everybody in his own way, and letting us know he is from Pakistan, which I think I mentioned anyway. We got Andrew in as well from Auckland in New Zealand. And Jay says, hopefully the Easy Team Builder will help everyone easily build teams. Well, that's what it's designed to do, Jay. And we will be encouraging people to use the tools. We'll have both the stick and the carrot, if you understand what the analogy is there, to encourage people to use the tools. And I believe if they use the tools, everybody will refer people every month. We can't guarantee that, but I think it's a high probability. Let's put it that way. Okay. What else? Yeah, the Fun Miracles team want a meeting tomorrow, but I'm going to postpone it till next week because they want a meeting with myself and Devyani. With Devyani being away, I'm not sure that there would be a lot of merit in spending time that we're going to have to do again anyway. So I'm going to get in touch with them and move it to next week. But basically, they reckon they've got about 50% of the work done on the website. I'm not sure whether that includes all the back end and everything else, because there was lots of things to do. There's a lot of security in there to stop people cheating and things, which is why it's taken so long, really, to get off the ground. We've had to find ways of doing it and find people that are capable of programming those into the system, into the game. And of course, it all costs more money. So it's ending up costing us more than we budgeted for, but that's normal in software development. It usually takes more time than they think it'll take as well. So we'll see. But that meeting I am going to put off till next week because it really needs both Devyani and myself present when we discuss things with them. And we got Nankia Pin as well from Nigeria. What else happened today? Well, lots of things happened, but nothing that is newsworthy for you that I can think of anyway. Vishal, of course, is pressing on. We did get the $1,000 benefit for taking the bundle up, the $1,000 into the US dollar wallet that has now been programmed and added. So anybody buying that bundle now, they get the 4 plans at the basic level at $29.75, but they also get the bonus of being in all 6 pools. They get the bonus of 100% Power of One qualification for a full month, and they get $1,000 into their US dollar wallet. So some really handy bonuses there if you are looking to refer others. It's a real good bundle for just $29.75. It is, of course, also getting people into the ShareHope plan, which requires a $10 payment every 4 weeks. So in 4 weeks' time, they will have to put their hand in their pocket for another $10. But anybody that's active in that plan can very, very, very quickly get into profit. You only need 2 people to get into profit, 3 people ideally. It shouldn't present a problem to people once they understand the power of that plan. It was interesting today that somebody pointed out a video to me about how to retire on Bitcoin, and they were talking about people going about it all the wrong way and not doing what the wealthy do. And what the wealthy do is they put all their money into assets of all different kinds, stock, shares, property, or whatever, invest in business and all sorts of things. And those assets are constantly growing in value. And then they can borrow against those assets. They use the assets as collateral. And because they have a debt, the debts aren't taxable. So they don't pay any tax on it. So let's suppose they've got $1 million worth of assets and they borrow $100,000. They've got $100,000 that they can go and spend and do what they want with, tax-free, but of course they have to repay it. But as the asset increases in value, the next year they borrow sufficient to repay the loan from the year one and still have a debt which they can then use tax-free again to spend however they want. And it's a manipulation of the system, and it's what wealthy people do. And if you look at it and understand it, you'll see that that is what we've designed in a way with the ShareHope Trust Fund. You get in there, you build that asset. You don't borrow against it, but you can generate withdrawals from it whilst continuing to build the asset to a higher level, so that the asset never gets smaller. It keeps on growing, and it's something that you can pass on to future generations, and yet you're being able to live out of it. Now, at the moment, the live out of it ceiling is $10,000 a month, which is very comfortable income for nearly everybody in the world. The asset is retained. It keeps on growing, and that's what I've been trying to explain to people. We're building that asset, we're building that wealth for you, we're building that trust fund that will be there for many generations to come, helping everybody. But you have to have a way to access the surplus, if you like, from that fund and draw it out. And that's why we created the ShareHope Powerline plan. That enables you to create that surplus. And as we grow, we will be increasing that $10,000. And the more we pay out, the more you have to get put in. And there will be increases in the way that you can add funds into your ShareHope wallet to more than compensate for what you're pulling out, so that it continues to grow. So we have that same system that this guy was talking about with Bitcoin, where we have an asset that is continuing to grow in value, and the more people we have that are generating more income into that wallet, the more the value of the tokens will increase, because they're linked to the value that is being created each month. And once that creation, that new creation of value exceeds the current market price, we can allocate 20,000 tokens a month. That's it. We can't do more than that. There aren't more than that available. We have some that recirculate from people that continue to buy the pools each month, so we get a little bit back as well as the 20,000. But essentially, that 20,000 tokens is a cap, if you like. And once the amount of dollars that are being earned is greater than the 20,000 times the current value, it just means we have to push the value up. So the value of the tokens will go up and up and up. It'll increase your asset, your wealth, your ShareHope Trust Fund. And as that increases, and as the cost of living increases, and as we progress and grow, we will also increase the cap on the withdrawals. At the moment, as I say, it's capped at $10,000 per month. But currently, that is a very good income for most people. Most people could retire quite comfortably on about $5,000 a month. Not in every country, but most countries. Even here in the UK, actually, I mean, it depends on what you want to do when you're retired. But I mean, I live personally on a lot less than $5,000 a month, and I'm quite happy with what I have. Very comfortable. I don't hanker after expensive items, you know, but we live comfortably and on well under $5,000. So it's something that is there and it's available, and I put that video in the Facebook group. It's very interesting because it does cast a light on how the system works in reality, and not what most people are telling you to do and how they say things work, because most people don't understand the system. And that is, as I say, why we created the ShareHope Trust Fund in the way that it's been created, to grow and create that wealth for future generations, with the ability to take money out. Now, it's not quite the same as borrowing money, so when you take money out of it, it will be taxable. But maybe, I don't know, maybe in time, when people recognize that the ShareHope token never drops in value, but always increases in value, you'll be able to use it as collateral. And instead of withdrawing funds, you'll be able to borrow against it. And they don't tax debt, so that's tax-free. And use it in the same way that that the wealthy do now with their assets. Okay. It's worth watching. I can't remember how long it lasts, but it lasts a long time for me. I usually, if it's a video that lasts more than 2 or 3 minutes, I say I haven't got time for it. Boom, I'm on to something else. But this is a good video. I think it lasts probably 20-25 minutes maybe. And he has more free information if you need it, if you want it. But it's very good, and it does help you. Perhaps it may help you understand our system and why our system is so powerful. Okay. There's no more questions in. I've no more notes that I've got here for you. So we'll call it a day for today. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. And let's see if we can start getting a few more people registered every day. It really is a very, very low number that we are getting of new people in, considering the membership base we have. If everybody did a little bit more, then it would grow a lot quicker. People would be a lot happier. Okay, so get out there, share love and abundance, be of loving service to others, go the extra mile, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator, come on.